Hello, humans and pets. Thank you so much, Dave, for that really nice introduction once more. And yes, I'm Kaysaya with me, Maxman, and here we round 3 match between 16-bit gear versus Nexplay Esports. It is now match point for Nexplay. So if they win this match, they're gonna be sending 16-bit gear home, and they will be moving forward to the next round, which is where whoever will win will have to go on whoever will lose in the match between Omega Esports versus Chakaimuk. So pretty similar ban as in round 1, which is a Lulu and an Akali. So definitely 16-bit gear doesn't really give that Lulu onto Nexplay Esports. So yeah, Maxman, what do you say about the draft so far?
Well, already got to say, if they really send 16-bit gear home, like I think they're already home, so I don't think they'll be moving away too much. Maybe go back to their room. That might be where they're going to go and head on over for this one. Overall, this draft, like I got to say, I'm happy because we got Monkey in the game, so we're going to have some Monkey action over here. I'm feeling good when we got Monkey on the map, so we're going to have some fun with him all around. But I'm enjoying it. I would like to see potentially Yasuo come on through. They did buff a little bit of damage for Yasuo as of recently in the most recent update, but taken down a little bit of his CC time. So that might be also a viable pick for the likes of Wukong or Janna, because Janna also got picked up. So especially for 16-bit gear, we talked about the fact that a lot of the top tier supports were taken off the table for them. There's no more Alistar, there's no more Lulu. There was Brawl still available, which we were talking during downtime, Kasaya, but like they actually only picked it twice. So you did bring up the fact that they do not have really that much competitive experience with a Brawl, so Janna was going to be the viable option for them. But Janna Jhin, I mean, that would be a good matchup overall because it does create a lot of breathing space for Jhin to be able to have time to dash out that damage. So I think that Janna and Jhin together could potentially work out pretty damn good. But you're looking here, of course, at a Kai'Sa, and that means also that Lulu has not been picked for them so far. But that is exactly why Lulu got banned away by 16-bit gear, because they were threatened potentially by a Jinx or a Kai'Sa combo with the Lulu. So that Lulu ban was really strong, but they're going to go for Nami pickup, which Nami, I don't know what you think, Asai, but I gotta say, Nami, early to mid-game stage, has some of the most insane healing. She'll get bullied up with her laner, and they'll be like, no, damage? What's damage? I don't know what damage is. I haven't taken damage in like years. And they're just gonna out-heal the competition every single time, and paired with that is gonna be Olaf, which is, once again, an absolutely busted character.
Well, I wanna say something good about about Nami as well. I mean, it's not just the heals, but also the set that she can do for the team. But not to going back onto Janna though, that I think is also a good answer to stop the Kai'Sa from going in maybe onto Jhin or to any targets, maybe even the Janna herself. Okay. Yes. Maybe even the Janna herself. You know, for some source of protection. Sorry, got confused about that one. But we are actually done with the draft. We did not see any Braum, just like what you have mentioned a while ago, on the side of 16-bit gear. But if we talk about as well what the Yasuo maybe can do in terms of the team fights, if we can see a lot of airborne targets in here that either the Lee Sin, the Janna, and the Gragas can do, then it could be also something that maybe 16-bit gear will have some hope for.
I mean, especially Janna into Wukong is going to be... Oh, sorry, not Wukong, Monkey. So Janna into Monkey is going to be really good, especially because of the ultimate. She can create, once again, a lot of breathing space, which is going to be really strong to make sure that the likes of Wukong or even potentially Olaf does not make it. But Olaf still has that Ragnarok ultimate, which is the main reason why Olaf is Olaf, right? Like, the reason why, because he can just cleanse with that CC and be good to go, which is making it also pretty hard for Yasuo to remain relevant in front of an Olaf. But you said it, like, if we do have some nice airborne shots coming on through from that Janna, it could be really strong. But let's not forget that also Yasuo in this composition can also combo with the Lee Sin ultimate, and also with the barrel ultimate coming on through from the Gragas. So there's still a lot of hidden potential combos with that Yasuo to hit that ultimate and remain relevant around the board. But Orianna still got picked up also, which Orianna, despite the nerf of the hotfix, in case you guys also joined up late, you're not sure what happened for Orianna and Lulu, they got the ultimate cooldown increased as of the most recent 24 hours. So Orianna will not be able to get that ultimate as much as possible, as much as a few days ago, but she's still going to be that strong that I'm expecting her to completely bully in the mid lane up against this Yasuo, because Yasuo early game, until he hits level 3, is going to have a little bit of a hard time to stay relevant.
This is now a battle of utility support as well. I'm so excited to see this matchup. If we talk about the matchup between the dual laners, they pretty much have the same sense or in terms of clearing the minion waves really fast. So we might be able to expect a lot of responses if potentially team fights happen somewhere in the mid or maybe if Dragon Pit. So we'll see that go. But in terms of the jungle matchup, definitely the Olaf might be not in a good position to go for an invade against the Lee Sin unless he is actually joined by either the mid laner or the duo laner. But yeah, it's gonna be risky because this Lee Sin might just poke also the hell out of you, or just just back away. Or okay, we're just gonna be wasting your time. You go to our camp, but then again, we are just able to go back and just be safe. But we'll see. Again, pretty nice draft for both of the teams. You can see how seemingly like they know each other, even from the past Trovo tournament and until now here at the Wild Rift Asia Brawl. Of course, still by Trovo. Yeah, I'm so excited to see how this will go.
Yeah, I mean, Philippines versus Korea. We shall see who's going to be remaining on top of this one. Korea seems like is on the brink of extinction when it comes down to this tournament, at least. And they might be kicked out, as they are the only representatives of Korea. So it would be really unfortunate to lose the only Korean boys. Sad Dave noises in the background. But anyways, regardless, this might be, ladies and gentlemen, our final game of the day. It is 2-0 advantage so far in this BF5 for the side of Nexplay. And if they win this one, they are set and done. They make it to the finals of the loser bracket and have another shot at making it straight up in the finals of the entire event, which would be huge. Is going to be seeing so far just a little bit of nice information gathering, just trying to get some nice deep vision once again, but deep vision not set up by Nexplay this time around. This has also been set up really nicely so actually by the side of 16-bit. They got the vision on the enemy Raptors.
Yes, and finally, this is what we have been looking for the past two rounds from the side of 16-bit gear. For the meantime, both of the teams actually left their ADC on the bot side, just allowing them get the whole farm for themselves, helping out while the supports are actually either helping out, unleashing their junglers, or just making sure that their mid laners will be well protected too. But yeah, we did see a while ago that both of the teams this time will try to find and target where their opponent's jungler have actually started, so they can measure, okay, will we be able to go or match up that sorry, a while ago I was talking about Olaf trying to match up the Lee Sin. I did not realize where we should have been talking about the Wukong. So regardless, I think it's the same thing though, that you gotta be careful about invading up against a Lee Sin. So yeah, going back to what was initially started by both of the teams, but I think we have to take a look at what is happening on the top side. Though 2v1 situation, Arise trying to manage this there's two members from the side of 16-bit gear. That Yasuo was super low though, but then again, what a good start for 16-bit gear so far. I'm sensing some like, it seems like 16-bit gear wants to make a comeback from this game. Like, they're starting so good.
I mean, that was starting pretty good, but I want to say Olaf, despite being like such an early game 1v2, he almost won the 1v2. That's how insanely good the character is. But oh no, that's going to be the Nami bubble hitting up, and that's going to be the frag onto the Jhin.
Yes, for sure. Giving up a kill onto a Jhin is something else. I mean, that's a good answer from the first blood that 16-bit gear took away from them. Now in here, we can see TP on trying to steal away their very own gap. But for the meantime, look at the massive CC coming in from the members of Nexplay Esports. They took away the buff, and at the same time, they took 2 more targets away from 16-bit gear. But not to mention, by the way, they just took away 2 scuttlers for themselves.
They're just not stopping. They're like, you know what? We're not messing around. Like, game 1, game 2, we were having some fun around the board, but now we want to close this game off in style. That is what I call utter domination, ladies and gentlemen. The Monkey also with the double ultimate proc. That was really well executed. 3-1 so far in favor of Nexplay Esports. And just how that early game was happening, I think they got this one in the bag. The mindset, the mentality is there, and the macro and the micro is there for sure. I'm intrigued to see. But also, one thing we didn't really touch upon too heavily is like positions of specific characters. And we have actually Gragas versus Orianna in this mid lane, which I was expecting Yasuo to be there. Which that makes me think that like Yasuo is not really a winning matchup versus Olaf because he can just cleanse all of the CC in the world with that Ragnarok ultimate. So I'm intrigued for the decision making here to have Yasuo actually switch with the Gragas. But I think also the reason why Gragas is in mid is not because of the respective matchups they have in lane. It's purely because Gragas brings just so much to the table early on compared to a Yasuo that you want him to be able to join jungle fights and invades a lot quicker. Reason why they decide to put him in the mid lane.
Yeah, most likely that's gonna be it. And anyway, talking about the Yasuo, when you saw that Horizon on this Olaf just gonna be popping up his ultimate, then you just back away and just waste it. You don't really necessarily will have to go for that fight when he goes for the ult. But for the meantime, a while ago we did see a replay wherein how so far Nexplay Esports started so well despite losing a first blood away from 16-bit gear. And I think what contributed a lot on that one was the faster minion waves and the fast response time. But for the meantime, we talk about the fight happening in here onto the Baron pit. And yes, this is again the really nice setup coming from Nami. Yes, they lost the Wukong, but then again, this is still a free heating. Kaisa as well as the Orianna from the backline. I mean, Nami, I think really praise the Nami on this one, just perfectly making use of the bubble as well as the ultimate right on time. And it's just making it hard for the side of 16-bit here in finding their position because they're just getting airborne and stomped. And
here we're gonna have the replay coming on. Oh, there we go. The replay was coming on through actually just to talk about it. Like, look at the knockups coming out. It's actually a 5-man knockup because he got pushed back into the Jin on the side. Like, reject humanity, go back to Monkey. Hell yeah, baby. Like, that was just so well played overall. And on top of that, you think you're going to get knocked up once? No. You got a Nami ultimate on top of that to make matters even worse. And because of that win of the fight, they take the Drake right afterwards. Next play, what I love so much about this team is every single time they win a fight or win a trade, they're going to try and turn that trade into an objective, into a turret, into maybe also a Baron or a Herald or a Drake. But so far, oh no, Arsene's going to be taken in a 1v4.
Not gonna be surviving that one, so I don't think so. No one is so strong up against 4 members, but we did see that already upcoming is a transition or the transfer of the duo lane onto the top side as they we see that the Rift Herald is also about to come up. But for the meantime, they have to manage the flow of the minion waves in the middle lane while Nami is trying to go for this. Oh, the battle will be conducted once more onto the Jin. Really perfect time. Gonna be commending that Nami again. 2 different targets for both sides here. TP on will die onto the hands of the Wukong. And I think the one target, no. Almost the Janna was about to die, but then again was able to survive. But again, man, if it only will be able to highlight or go for a replay again as to how the Nami was able to set up or get just caught that Jean off guard. Man, I mean, Nami is just such a disaster for 16-bit gear this time.
I mean, we also got to keep in mind that like Nami is not a popular pick, especially when it comes down to competitive, which I'm really surprised. Oh, he's getting bullied. Leave him alone.
Oh my, I mean, this is now a 0-4 Jean. What damage will be able to do up against the Kaisa and the rest of the gang in here on the side of Nexplay Esports if you got a 0-4 KDA so far? I mean, the damage, you only got 1 item so far, the Yumas, and that's just it. You got another sword, which is you have to, it's just 4.9k onto this Jin as of the moment. But if you take a look at what the Kaisa has, she has 7k already, Wukong has 7k, Orianna has 6k. Oh my goodness, it's a lot of chase in terms of jungle and farm that you need to catch up onto in order to match up against Nexplay Esports in team fights.
Yeah. So to go back to what I was saying about earlier, before Olaf just got absolutely bullied off the surface of the earth once again. Nami, like really, when you combo that character with like an extra bunch of CC, like a Wukong, it just really shines through so heavily. And on top of that, you also got the Shockwave ultimate available for the Orianna. That we have yet to see like the full combo potential of this draft. So overall, I'm loving it. But here, a 1v3 fight is going to be happening. Orianna going to run away for her life.
Yes, yeah, you mentioned it already. This is not yet the 100% of Nexplay Esports. Oh, the ultimate was popped up. Oh, gonna be connecting on to that Jin just to shove him away and them securing this mid lane outer turret. And this is looking good. I mean, they're not even scared. I mean, you know, when they position themselves, for some reason, they know if they're 100% sure if they're gonna go for a go or for a
Oh, there's a
set.
ward.
Yeah,
They don't
there's a
see it.
word
Oh
they
no.
don't know though. Aw, but they still kind of lost on this one. But Joshi, though, super low on HP, will be able to survive. You can see the Janet popping off his ultimate as of the moment. Olaf will go down to 2 members left on the side of Nexplay Esports. They need to back away. There's the flash coming in from the side of Yasuo. And Yasuo apparently will still not hold on to getting a kill. They lack some damage, but at least that's some light of hope for the side of 16-bit gear, sending the members of Nexplay Esports, getting them off guard onto that bush nearby the dragon. And yeah, we'll see about that. Maybe this is the time that Yasuo will have to join the team fight.
I mean, that was just, unfortunately, you see Nexplay being a little bit confident, but wait, they're actually getting for the Drake right away here? Like, I thought the Drake was going to go the way of 16-bit. I'm really surprised they were not able to cap that. Now they're actually giving Drake away because they're just not present. They could not do anything, and that's going to be 2 Drakes now coming their way. That's going to be an Ocean Drake and a Mountain. Oh, damn it. That's gave me 4 seconds. I thought it was going to be stolen away, but no. We are going to be fine, and that's going to be taken once again by none other than Nexplay Esports, as the fight is potentially going to happen on the bottom side of the map once again.
Yeah, well, apparently 16-bit gear had a reset, decided for a reset instead of taking down the dragon. Yes, you are right. Maybe they could have go for that dragon. Maybe what you're thinking about, okay, the death timers are super low as of the moment. Let's just reset instead of getting punished back by a Nexplay Esports. So I think this time, instead of going for aggressive play, they just want to play defensively and go for more ganks rather than showing themselves up against Nexplay Esports, because that's where they usually are getting punished, especially if the Nami is there, gonna go for the bubble and find the proper setup that they can go for. So we'll see about that one. Who took away the blue buff? Not too sure if it was on the side of Nexplay Esports or oh, it was Oriana. So it's on the side of Nexplay Esports. So we'll see about this one. The advantage and the goal is still on the side of Nexplay. Gonna be risky if they try to even contest this Baron pit. But so far, but the status of the game. What do you say about this? About the current status of the game, Maxman?
I mean, 16-bit especially here, I think they're showing that they really got some good team fighting potential, but the thing is, they're not able to do so because the amount of sheer CC from Nami and also Wukong alone is just so threatening. They just fall apart really, really quickly. So I'm expecting to see, especially Janna, pull a little bit more weight. I've not seen Janna do what she was supposed to do, which is pop that ultimate, make sure Wukong can't get onto the backline. But unfortunately, Wukong, every does every single fight, he flashes through, and that's something that Janna, unfortunately, can't deal with whatsoever in any shape or form. So it's just really the play style of Nexplay is just so damn good, and the raw damage coming out from their side is just so much that 16-bit are falling behind to a point where now they're 6k almost behind, making it hard, really, for 16-bit to get back into it. Like, I don't think they can come back this.
Did you just see that happen? Man, I think the Nami, did Nami pop off his ultimate? Where did you take a look at that one? Yeah, she made use of her ultimate, and at the same time, we saw that the Yasuo flashed away. But for the meantime, let's talk about what's happening onto the top side right now. Curtain Call already being used by Jin. Everyone's just going all in. Ultimate cycle coming in from that Wukong as well. Everyone's just throwing all their abilities as of the moment. Joshi is super low with no GA. Yeah, there's GA still available on his side. Flanking on the side though, Horizon is gonna go all out this fight as well. Everyone's just trying to flash out, and there goes the killer instinct coming up from the Kaisa as well. And the members of Nexplay Esports are trying to obliterate the members of Team 16-bit gear. Nami will fall down, so was the Lee Sin as well. And I think this might be a potential wipeout anytime soon on the side of Team 16-bit gear, as Jin is just all alone with the 3 and 4 members on the side of Team Nexplay still all alive. And that was an ace. Now, time for Nexplay Esports to 100% go for secure on this Baron. My, what just happened on that team fight? It was kind of scattered, I think, but you know, I think with the advantage of Nexplay, you know, they got the edge and just basically winning that one.
I mean, right off the bat, Nexplay were not ready for that fight. Like 100%. They had Wukong that was like in a really scary position. I was like, there's no way this is 16-bit just going to win this. But purely because of how far ahead the side of Nexplay currently are, it just allowed them to make up for that little inherent mistake. But I think with seeing 16-bit staying like relevant, staying consistent throughout this game compared to the side of Nexplay, I don't know how you feel about what I'm about to say, Kasaya, but I'm seeing them get really cocky and confident. Like, they're messing around. Like, they're going for, like, not as good rotation. They're just like, oh, we're just going to push our lanes. We're just trying to have a little bit of fun. It does not seem like their macro, their rotation, their team play is as serious as it was initially.
Yeah.
But it seemed like they're like, this is actually just a nice little slap in the face it just got of that last fight. They're like, okay, this is not an easy win. Got to try and regroup back as a team, take global objectives, which is what they're doing currently. I think they understood that it's not an easy win to go up against 16-bit, so they're going to be a little bit serious, hopefully, for the next few encounters.
Basically, it's time to wake up. We can't get cocky. We can't just get overconfident about what the lead we currently have as of the... Because, again, that was dangerous. We couldn't tell who's really going to win that fight. But, you know, the upper advantage in terms of the gold, primarily Nexplay Esports has that. That's why they are just able to capitalize. At the same time, I mean, the Kai'Sa damage is already out there. The Kathian Reigns just getting thrown out in the faces of the members of 16-bit here. Fortunately, in this case, they got the Baron buff as of the moment. That ultimate from the Nami is going to be connecting onto 1 or 2 targets. Really nice. Really not a good moment to actually go onto a tower dive. They might be able to go for a push and inhibit turret in the mid as well as on the top side. And still, I think, gotta respect right after... respect 16-bit gear right after that.
I just love how, like, Yasuo's trying to get involved with the terrain. Like, Nami just like, bubble, get out of here. We don't want to see you anymore. And we're going to they get the both Nexus turrets in both top and the mid lane position. The bot lane is yet to get taken down, but I think that how they're positioning themselves, that is going to be the next one on their menu. Great knock up though from Yasuo.
Yes, in this one, we can see a lot of airborne targets on the side of Nexplay Esports has been popped off. Not going to be targeting or killing a champion from the side of Nexplay Esports, but it's just enough to just lower down the HP. However, though, we can see just 2 to 3 members on the side of Nexplay Esports fighting it off. Left alone is the Jin himself once more. And another ace here on the side of Team 16-bit here. And I think this is gonna be it, man. This is gonna be it. Congratulations to Nexplay Esports for moving forward to the finals round in the lower bracket. I'm not yet done. Lower bracket. So, they have yet to meet whoever will be the loser from the upper bracket between Omega Esports and Chakaimuk. But then again, it is a GGWP. Thank you so much to 16-bit gear, our previous Trovo Wild Rift Tournament champion. I think that was from last year.